in Kruma, Kingston College. Blake.
Oh, Blake was Merlin Otti.
Level.
Edwin Allen.
Golson.
Don't remember.
Magati High.
Thompson.
Magati High.
Garvin
Maceo.
Maceo.
Oblique Calabar.
Homewood and Calabar.
Watson.
York Castle.
Ford.
Jamaica College.
Well, we did it for the ladies.
Here they are.
Here we go.
Kishane Thompson won his first national title last year. Personal best, 9.77 to win then. Oblique Seville was second.
Seville.
Mind games?
Add to the tension,
Mind
Jermaine.
games?
Final race of the evening, folks. In lane 1, Boaji and Krumi. 2, Akeem
Well,
Blake.
he has
3,
his hands over his face. We hope he's okay.
Brian Lavelle in 4, Cadron Golson. Brian Lavelle
okay.
in 3, Cadron Golson 4, Kishane Thompson 5, Oblique Seville in 6. Rowan
there's a
Watson in 7
problem.
and Ryan Ford in 8.
There's a problem for Oblique Seville, and he's almost in tears, and he says his hamstring. And
It's grabbing him.
yeah, and I think maybe that's what he might have felt, rather Bruce in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
And
And his teammate, his training partner, Braja Nkume, goes over to him. He knows if he runs, he's going to pull.
yeah.
He knows it. He's hoping that it will calm down. Having run 984, he's trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, in a case like this, with the officials, a bit more time.
No, the rules don't allow that. The race is to go. But he knows what he's feeling.
Yeah, he needs to call it a day.
And we go back to the semi-final, and I said I couldn't figure out what was
He's
going
crying.
on.
Remember what I said?
Yeah.
I thought that stutter that he did in that semi-final was just unnatural. And here we are seeing maybe he may have felt something in that semi-finals, and the evidence is now showing here in this finals.
Is he going to try
You
it?
say this is in national interest?
Yeah, if national interest is for him not to run though, because what happens is if he goes and pushes himself too hard, he ends up in a Tia Clayton situation.
Exactly.
He knows what he's feeling. It's I know his coach isn't there, but he knows what he's feeling.
I think he should stop. Call it a day. Yes, you want to represent the country.
I think he seems to be leaving the track. So a bit anticlimactic for the men's 100-meter final. Oblique Seville may not go here.
Again, very disappointed that he probably will not run. Super disappointed that he's hurt. Kishane Thompson has stepped off the track as well. He might be looking for hydration.
Of course, 9.84 from Seville in the semifinals. Maybe pushed it a bit too much in the semifinals.
Here's what I don't understand as a novice, and I say that straight up front. Would he not have felt that even before he came?
It depends on what you're doing around there.
Yeah.
Like everybody does something different.
Yeah.
And so, but the hydration is key because the athletes have pushed themselves. Everybody is now looking for hydration. You saw Kishane go over, get it. Cadron Golson is getting some. The truth is, it's probably in the best interest, not only of Oblique Seville, but really Jamaica to protect him by not having him run.
Yeah. And also, Bruce, the other athletes who have to wait as well and have to stand out there and try their best to keep warm. It's a cool.
Yeah, Coach Mills, you see they're working on it, but I think it's really, Coach Mills, you need to make the call.
Yeah.
And the best call is to keep him safe. Nobody wants to see him go down.
Well, it seems like he's going to run.
I don't think it's worth
No.
it.
He knows what he's feeling, though. Athletes know what they're feeling. And he knows he's going to have to run fast.
Bruce, this reminds me of a Boys Champs final a few years ago when you saw Michael Stevens, who got hurt in the semifinals and he came out.
No, he's
He needs to stop.
He shouldn't run. And Stevens really suffered the consequences in that final. And I'll never forget. He said Stevens should never have been allowed to compete, even before he ran.
So again, folks, in lane 1, Boaji and Krumi from Racers, Akeem Blake, Dynamic, Brian Lavelle, Optimum, Cadron Golson, Sprint Tech, Kishane Thompson MVP. We're not certain if Oblique is going to be in there. He's from races, and you hear the not the announcer, the starter saying, "Let's go, gentlemen, on your march." Rowan Watson in 7 and Ryan Ford.
Yeah, the other risk, and why they need to get the race going now, is that the athletes cannot stand up there. The other 7, they need to go. They're warm and ready to go now.
Yeah.
And because of this weight, I would not be surprised if the time is not as quick as we would have hoped.
Quite anticlimactic here, but sent to their blocks for the men's 100-meter final. The defending champion, Kishane Thompson, there in lane 5. The Olympic silver medalist from Paris. 9.77 personal best to win last year. 9.80 world leading time. The semi-finals. Can Seville do enough to make this team? Set position. Bang, is sent off. Seville gets out quickly, so too does Thompson. Thompson takes charge. Thompson pulls away from the field. Akeem Blake. Here comes Seville as well. Seville gets second behind Thompson. 9.71, the flash time.
We need wind legal. We need wind legal.
Definitely need wind legal.
Seville.
And their trusted time as well.
A powerful run.
Win legal, 9.75,
He said
a
it
new personal best.
For Kishane Thompson,
the exact time I said.
And gentlemen, Seville came through at 9.83.
That is next to a miracle.
As well, 9.75 is the official time, but it is still a personal best for Kishane Thompson, a world-leading time as well. Kishane Thompson, he did this last year.
How did Oblique Seville take nothing from Kishane Thompson? Fastest in the world, new personal best, 9.75. But how did Oblique Seville do that? I mean, I'm glad he kept my bet alive. I had it as Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, and then Akeem Blake, and that is how they finished.
My. What drama here this evening. Oblique Seville.
And I think the biggest news in this is that Brian Lively is 8th. With 10.43, I think that break at the start could have likely impacted his race.
9.80 something.
9.83.
Yeah. So look at this. Actually, believe it or not, Oblique Seville got the best start. You'd have thought he may have been tentative, but that is called Lionheart. Well, of course, the top end speed of Kishane Thompson kicks in at this point. He pulls away, moves away, and moves away quickly.
Lavelle pulls up.
Oh, Lavelle did pull up.
And as it was last year, it remains the same. Thompson winning ahead of Seville, and Akeem Blake coming through for 3rd.
Raheem Ford.
One thing I could tell you is,
makes the team as well.
One thing I could tell you is Denise won't have the winner. He's gone home.
Wow.
Yeah.
A new stadium record.
Yeah, it's a stadium record as well. Erasing the 9.76 by Usaim Bolt years ago.
Wow. Amazing.
Seville with